Celestial rising, divine denouement, and grand night to the beautiful deity watching this video. It's your divine reflection, divine messenger, and we are back with another message and understand. If you choose to, and if you enjoy these videos, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you decide to want to tap into more messages from the divine family. And let's go ahead and get into this and why we're making this video, because for today, you know, I basically got a notification or a message as soon as I woke up today, and it basically said that I violated community guidelines as far as the video that I posted yesterday. And the thing is too, I guess so the video, I'm not gonna say I guess, because I technically know what the reason is as far as me getting one strike. And the thing is too, somebody's gonna say, well, what's the whole, you know, indication of this video? What's the whole point, purpose of this video? How would this be able to help me? And basically, I did a Gematria teaching for the new year, and somebody named Favorite Tea Tree said March is in, the real New Year is in March. I'm just saying. Excuse me. And I basically had like a whole 1 hour and some change video on how that was a contradiction in itself. And then I put in what Favorite Tea Tree said in a Gematria calculator, and then that's when we were breaking the whole, we had 4 screenshots in that teaching. Basically, that whole teaching was going on Patreon, that's the case. And the thing is too, so I guess after that, that was, the whole teaching must have been a violation for community guidelines. Now the thing is too, I really don't see how it's a violation when I have other videos that talk about the exact same synchronicities when it comes to just revealing, so I don't want to say exposing, but revealing what the masses should have been seeing the whole entire time. So I'm just kind of, I can't sit here and say I'm kind of confused, because I'm really not, because when you're moving on the path of walking with the Almighty Creator, there are many different things and many different people to where these people, they're going to get irritated because you're irritating their demons, because you're walking in the path of righteousness, because you're so determined to speak your truth that you don't care how it's viewed by other people who are resentful into wanting to walk with that truth. Because the walking with the truth is honestly the scariest thing to do. It's like the most bravest thing, but the most scariest thing that you can do. And you have to be able to embrace whatever comes with this journey as you are going along the side of the Creator's, let's say the Creator's protection that's always guiding and protecting you from getting sent down or not down to a different frequency when it comes down to your emotions and how you want to be when it comes to your own creativity. And I'm saying that because I also, as I was driving, I was seeing a message, and I think it's too, it is raining, so I do apologize for that sound, but I just wanted to make sure I could just flow along with the rain. But as I was driving, and as I was driving earlier today, because it's like around 7, it's like 7:15, 7:18 right now, but I was driving, I seen a message on Threads, and this message was basically saying how for your sexual energy, you had to want to, this is where your most creativity is going to blossom and bloom, because you're now redirecting this energy that was stagnant, and then you're putting it to a different source that's going to open up different outlets that you are working hard into wanting to become better in. So as I was reading that, I really sat there and I thought to myself, like, as I'm on this journey of wanting to alchemize my own energy sexually, all I got to do is just redirect how I want to feel with the strike that I got from my channel or the video, and just move it into another different way of another video that I can just make from my channel again. Because either way it goes, I already know what comes with the territory of making videos for people that don't know what's truth or fictional. And I think it's too many people will get offended by whatever the truth or the fiction is, and I can't sit up here and get upset about that. I could have sat here and salted my feelings today as I got up. I could have sat there at the edge of my bed. I could have been like, man, just thinking about all the things that really don't matter at the end of the day. I could have gave any example in the world, but that example does not really matter when it comes down to wanting to stay motivated and to still pushing out messages no matter what, because it's like, it's not about the views, the likes, the people that are seeing it. It's really just about, do you enjoy doing what you're doing? Because no matter what, the things that you don't want to come across, or that you don't enjoy seeing, or that you don't want to introduce yourself to, it's going to present itself no matter what. You cannot run from strikes or guidelines or this or that. So to anybody out there who is a content creator, to anybody out there who's an entrepreneur, to anybody out there who's just a boss in general, you have to be able to expect the unexpected when it comes down to other businesses, other consumers who are wanting to get rid of your product that is technically saving lives. And the thing is, the consumer may not see you saving other lives, but when it comes down to what you're producing just for them alone, they may not take that so lightly. And it's just like even going to, if you own a fast food chain or just a restaurant, or if you own a pharmaceutical industry, whatever the case may be, if somebody gets an allergic reaction, or somebody breaks out, somebody gets injured, or somebody goes through something, now these things don't correlate to the YouTube guideline being struck or whatever, but the thing is, no matter what, you didn't mean for the person to get injured, you didn't mean for the person to get an allergic reaction, you didn't mean for them to die or this or that, because you were just doing what you consistently do every single day. You just enjoy doing what you love, to the point to where somebody who's consuming what you enjoy doing, what you love making, they were the ones that can ruin your whole entire day. Not only that, your whole entire life. And we don't need any being in this dimension ruining how we're supposed to be feeling about ourselves every single day. Every single day we're supposed to be feeling that exact same expression that we think about as we daydream when it comes down to the future, replaying itself consistently right in our mind every single week that we are able to open up our eyelids. We have to be able to sit here and want to not beat ourselves up when things don't go our way, because everything is not going to go our way, and it shouldn't go our way. And I'm saying that for me as well, because by me putting this energy into a different way of doing things, it's just, for example, by me just creating the content, because it's just like, I'm not going to sit up here and go back and still do the Gematria teaching when they're already telling me don't make that shit again. For as far as the New Year's, I'm still going to make Gematria teachings. They ain't going to stop me from doing what I got to do either way it goes. And the thing is too, you can kill the dreamer, but you can't kill the dream. So no matter what, the dream that we are expressing is going to forever live on, no matter what they do to my channel or my vision, my manifestations, any of that stuff. The path that we are on, the collective that we are going to help bring together, the energy that we are ascending into and raising, this is going to rattle many industries. It's going to rattle a lot of demons. It's going to rattle a lot of egos. And the thing is, it's either stand strong and not let anybody rattle you into turning into something that you're not, or it's just going to be, you're going to follow another being's mindset, and then you're going to adopt their programs, and then you're just going to sit there and be submissive into what they want you to follow. It's like, no, this is going to be the year that no matter what, we're not going to sit here and bow down to anybody's way of feeling when it comes down to the consumption of what we are creating, when it comes down to the creation of who we are creating for, because technically speaking, as creatives, we really are creating just for the expression of ourselves anyways, because we need an outlet to get our overthinking thoughts out of or into. And these thoughts have to go into something. And the thing is too, it kind of does suck when all you're doing is just, you're expressing things for the love of the game, just to see how you can develop as far as your vocabulary, your articulation, your mental capability as far as information or topics, staying on the course, making sure you're not going off track when it comes down to how you're able to make all these things make sense with the wordplay. So it's just kind of crazy how a bunch of spells can get your channel straight. It's kind of interesting how what you say can affect somebody's consciousness. It's kind of crazy to me how what you say can rattle somebody's day and then cause you to get a strike and then ruin your day. And all people are doing are just projecting what you may not have been introduced to yet. But over here, it's just like, it is what it is. But as you can see, it's just like, I want you to understand, no matter what happens, you never sit there and get discouraged. Don't ever just sit there and think about why this is happening to you or for you. Don't sit there and ask a question on why this is going on with you. No, you're going to sit there. If something ever happens to your business or to your life or just a day in general, and you don't like how it's going, you can sit there and do one or two things. You can either sit there and just accept what's happening and do nothing about it, or you can sit there and think of a different thought and then direct that energy into moving the thought into another outlet, so that the expression of what you're going through and how you're feeling, determining on how you are feeling, that determination of your feelings will be able to let the outlet express itself freely, because you are now telling the universe how you are feeling and what you went through. And so because you are now not suppressing the emotion or the thoughts that you're going through, you're now expressing to the Almighty Creator that, you know what, I am going through something. I need your help. Can you please help me and guide me into thinking better, staying disciplined, staying more motivated, and not allowing this, I don't want to say the enemy, but not allowing these consumers to misguide me or mislead me from what I'm supposed to be focusing on, and that's my purpose. Because when your purpose does not give you pleasure on certain different journeys that you're going to be walking into, a lot of times our ego's not going to want to accept that. But you have to be able to accept that no matter what. You cannot change the inevitable script that's going to be scripted out into our reality. So to all platforms, you cannot sit here and give me a strike for information that has been freely made from our ancestors. All I am doing is passing down information that is unconscious through consciousness or conscious awareness. If you are not able to understand that, then you do not have to sit there and watch the video. If you don't like my videos, then simply scroll off and go focus on something else. If I irritate your demons, then simply go find something else to do. You do not have to watch my videos nor get offended by my videos, because for one, my energy is not directed into getting you upset or angry or even baiting you into watching the video, because realistically, I don't really care about how you feel when it comes down to what I identify with, because either way it goes, I am neither right nor wrong. But I am appreciative of this strike happening, because this video would have never been made. So either way it goes, thank you YouTube for giving me a strike for talking about Gematria. Thank you for whoever reported me. Thank you for exposing the information that you weren't able to comprehend, because no matter what, New Year's is not a real thing. It is a man-made concept. It is a social construct. Therefore, our people were never worshiping it. We were never idolizing a Saturnalian occultic practice that's called traditionally idolizing months or a new year due to a sun god or sun gods or contradictions. And other than that, I can just simply leave it at that, because either way it goes, there's no such thing as a new year. The new year is not in, I mean, the thing is too, the new year is technically speaking in March or April, but either way it goes, there are people who believe that the March is in November, May, August, April. Like, there is no new year then, and that's the case. If somebody believes that the new year is in July or June or April or March or February, who's right and who's wrong? Nobody. So the new year is a perspective. Either way it goes, this energy that you think is new has already been old and renewed into the same exact cycle that you are experiencing currently in the now right now. So right now on January 6th, or whatever the case may be, it's it's 2025, but there is no new year. There is no time. You cannot hold a timeline in your hand and say what time it is, because for one, you are collectively expressing unconsciousness and you are following what somebody has programmed you to think was acceptable. But a spiritual being would never accept a new year, because for when a new year is still old energy being new in a renewed cycle of what you are getting rid of, which is your old habits. Have a great day, Divine Reflection.